Hello guys, Japanese yen is flying, alright? We've just saw the release of the Tokyo Core CPI at 10:30 a.m. this morning in Australia, and after that, Japanese yen is literally flying. So we're gonna get that in a second, but before we go any further, I would highly appreciate if you guys could leave us a like on this video as well as subscribe to the channel. As I've mentioned before, the majority of people that watch us here does not subscribe. So please subscribe and help us reach 10,000 subscribers for the first quarter of next year. And if you have any questions, please put down in the comments, and I would definitely, once I have some time, I will come and answer those questions for you. All right, so we saw USD JPY, and I was actually mentioning, you know, a couple of weeks ago, I have the chart in front of me right now. USD JPY was all the way down to 140, and then now all the way up to 154, 140 pips, sorry, 140 pips, and now it's down from 146 to 156 to 150. So that's 60 pips. So that's pretty solid move, I would say. We've seen, you know, especially right now, dropping from 151,400 down to 150. So 100 pips right there. All right. So it was 600 pips move, and now another 100 pips move. So pretty crazy how the market is driving itself. You know, I thought that actually Japanese yen was over, and we could continue to short Japanese yen, because most likely what we're going to get is a stronger US dollar, continuation of a stronger US dollar up, and then, you know, out of nowhere we have this Tokyo Core CPI coming in at 2.2% from the previous of 2%, from the consensus of 2% and the previous of 1.8%. That was not a big of a deal, to be honest with everyone, because when we think from the consensus, you know, from 2% to 2.2% is only 0.2% increase. But if we look from the previous to the actual, that's a 0.4% increase, okay? So from 1.8% all the way up to 2.2%, it's 0.4% up in inflation. And that's all what Ueda was talking about on the speech, you know. He was trying to reinforce that if inflation persists, then we're going to have a 25 basis points hike in December. And it just looks like that's what we're going to be having in the next month of December. We're going to be having a 25 basis points hike from the Bank of Japan. And how can we trade that? Is it going to be bullish? Is it going to be bearish? Well, anything less than 25 basis points will be considered as dovish, and 25% is neutral, so bullish, and anything above 25% is extra bullish. So I would be looking to now start to long Japanese yen. So meaning I would be looking to short USD JPY, okay? But it's really, really tricky. It's such a tricky situation, because at the same time as Japanese yen is very strong, we know that it can be very weak. All right, you know what I mean? Like it's heavily based on economic data. It's heavily based on monetary policy, and that's the Bank of Japan, the Japan monetary policy, so different. That's the what it makes so different and so attractive as well for investors. It's such a safe spot, but as well, once we're trading the currency and the monetary policy, can be a little bit uncertain. All right, well, my opinion is that, yeah, for at least the first quarter of next year, we may have a strong Japanese yen, especially if the Bank of Japan raises 25 basis point on the monthly, on the month of December. Okay, that's going to be really, really interesting to see. Now, moving ahead, we saw euro dollar going up. Okay, we saw euro dollar trading at right now 105.68. So we saw euro dollar on the Monday opening at 104.680, around that level, and now trading at 105.6070. So pretty much a 1,000 points up. So it's really great to see euro dollar doing some sort of recovery, because you know, if you are trading, let's say martingale, or for instance you have an EA that trades martingale, that whole move down was definitely a, you know, really tricky situation for those types of strategy. Now, what I think can possibly happen is, again, come back to 106 and then continue to go lower. The reason why we had a euro a little bit stronger than the US dollar for this week is we had Isabel, I don't know, I can't pronounce her surname, Isabel Schanzenbell, something like that, from ECB, talking about the monetary policy and that they have to be a little bit more hawkish tone. They need to be following more closely now the monetary policy, and they have maybe to pause in the month of December and not reduce 25 base points. So the differential between the FMC phase and now to the ECB made you know, this euro dollar up move for the end of the week. Right, as I said, it was a good month for us here. The month of November was really great. We had some big moves happening on euro dollar, on USD JPY just now, GBP USD as well. Australian dollar against US dollar was really great as well. I hope we can have a fantastic close of the year for the month of December. So don't miss out, subscribe to the channel to be informed on every video we post here on a daily basis. All right, guys, thank you so much. I hope you all have a great weekend with families. You know, US market is closed because of Thanksgiving, so that's why, until Monday, of course, so that's why we're having a little less volatile market at the moment, less momentum at the moment as well. But we're gonna be back on Monday, 2nd of December. Guys, thank you so much. Have a great weekend, and I'll talk to you next week. See you. Bye-bye.